Hello and welcome. Today's video is going to be the best knife tier list on YouTube. If you like the video, like and subscribe and comment what you think I should have done differently in this tier list. Grab some food and enjoy the video. So first of all, we have the cookery knife. Now this knife is banging. I love this knife. It's really nice. It has good animations. It has okay finishes. But it's just nice when you pull it out. It's just amazing. Hit the spot. So for that reason, I'm putting a high A tier for the first pick. The second pick is the bayonet. Now this is a clean knife and it is objectively better than the M9. So for that reason, I'll be putting it in high A tier over the cookery knife. It's also got good finishes. It's just a clean knife. There's nothing else you can say about it. It's just nice and clean. Next up is the Bowie knife. The Bowie knife. It's got a nice blade, it's got an okay grip, it's alright. It's got good finishes and it's not the most expensive and it's not the most cheapest either, but it's a nice knife, it's okay animations and it's gonna go into B tier. The number 4, the butterfly knife. Now, this knife is overrated as hell. It's a good knife. Obviously, I would like to have this knife in my inventory, but everyone wants this knife and everyone uses it who can. And if you see anyone with this knife, what you're gonna see is as soon as they pull their knife out, they're gonna be spamming that F key, spamming it until it's no longer there. And it's just, it's a good knife, but it's way too overrated and overhyped. So for that reason, I'll be putting it into high A tier. The classic knife. It's an OG knife. All the people who played 1.6 will know this knife. It's a nice knife, but it's not one of my favorites, and it's just okay. It's okay, and I think it's better than the Bowie knife, so I'll put in a high B tier. It has also some decent finishes. It's okay. Now the falchion knife. The falchion knife is a great knife. It's got good animations. It looks nice. It's just clean. But the only problem with it, in my opinion, is that when you hold it, like your arms just go back. Like I'll put a picture up on the screen to explain it. That's why I mean, in my opinion, that just ruins the whole knife for me, and it just puts me off ever buying a falchion knife. So for that reason, I'm putting it into C tier. The flip knife. Now the flip knife is just a standard knife. I mean, you open it up, it's not really much about it. It's okay. It's not the greatest knife ever, and I don't think it's better than the falchion knife. But the reason that your hands go back on the falchion knife is what's gonna make me put this into low B tier over the falchion knife. Now the best knife in the game, the gut knife. This knife is an instant S tier. It's amazing. There's not much else you can say about it. But of course I'm joking. This knife is a low B tier. It might be better than the flip knife. I have this knife, but it's a nice knife. It's overhated as hell though. And I think it's a great knife to have for like budget inventories or like depends what finish you get. You can get a nice gut knife for a decent price. So this is a good knife to have. And it's clean. It has the same animation as the Huntsman, and it doesn't even look that bad. And speaking of the Huntsman, that's what's next. The Huntsman knife. Now the Huntsman knife is a nice knife. Like I said, it's got the same animation as the gun knife. It's got good finishes. It's a nice handle, nice blade. But the one thing that's annoying is that it has the same animation as the gun knife. That's what makes it not unique, and it's just it's a nice knife. It's not too great, not too bad, so I'm gonna put it over the flip knife because I think it's much better than the flip knife. Now the actual best knife in the game, the karambit. Now the karambit is just nice. It's clean, simple. There's nothing else you can say about it. It just speaks for itself. Top of S tier. Now the brother of the bayonet, the M9. Now, this knife is a nice knife. It's good. It's clean. It's not better than the bayonet, but I'll be putting it into B tier, the high of B tier, because it's not better than the cookery knife either. But actually, I'm going to put it into the last place on A tier because it just can't compete with these knives here. It can't go over them. These knives are much better, and then I think it's better than all these knives here, so it's going to be there. Now, in my opinion, one of the worst knives in the game, the Navaja knife. It's got a shit blade. It's got a shit handle. It's got alright finishes, but it's just an ass knife. So I'm gonna put that into D tier. And another ass knife is the Nomad knife. Now, people who have this knife, they just want to be B-Tech simples. and their only reason they buy it is because they either actually like it, which fair plays. I mean, I don't like this knife. I think it looks ugly. It's got like one good animation. Or the next option is that they watch Simple play with it and then everyone buy it and it just raised up the price for no reason. So this knife will be going below the Navajo knife, or actually it's going to go above the Navajo knife because it does look better in my opinion. The Navajo knife just pisses me off. And another shit knife, the paracord knife. Now, this knife is just straight up ass. It does not have anything going for it. It has shit animations. It looks shit. It's just a D tier knife, and it's below the Navajo knife because I actually like the Navajo knife more than the fucking paracord knife. Next up is the butt plugs, the shadow daggers. These knives are okay. They used to make your crosshair bounce, which I think they fixed that. But fuck these knives. I would never buy these knives. I think they look ass. So they're gonna go into a high D tier. If I can do it there, yeah, a high D tier. Because they have nice finishes, which makes it better than the Nomad knife for me. Because the Nomad knife has fucking shit finishes. And actually, I might raise this knife into the C tier. Because these knives are okay. If you do some good combinations with them, you can make some clean combos. They're okay. They're okay. They're just okay. Now the skeleton knife. Now this is banging knife. This knife is just clean. It's got good animations. It's got okay finishes. It just looks nice, and the way you can spin on your finger is just, it just hits that spot. So this one's gonna be going into A tier. Thinking about it, I'm gonna move the butterfly knife into S tier because the butterfly knife is better than all these knives here. And I'm gonna move this over the cookery knife because I think it's better than that. Next, we got the stiletto knife, one of the best knives in the game. Now, many people might not agree with me here, but this knife is clean. It looks amazing. Using it is just so nice, and it's just a very good knife overall. And in my opinion, this is an S tier knife. It's going below the butterfly knife because it's not as good as it, of course, but this is a clean knife and you can get it relatively cheap. So anyway, next knife, survival knife. It's the same situation as the paracord knife. It's slightly better than it. It's just alright. It has nothing great going for it. You don't really see it often. So it's quite unique, I would say. But I'm gonna put it into high D tier. I think it's better than all these knives here. The talon knife. Now this is a nice knife. It's a clean knife. It's just cheap man's karambit. But it's a very clean knife. It's a very good knife. And if you have this knife, then you should be proud of yourself because this is a great knife to have. And I'm gonna put it over the skeleton knife in the A section. The real question is, it better than the bayonet? And I personally think that it is. So I'm gonna put it into high A tier because this is like karambit. It's clean. Some finishes look absolutely great on this knife, and it's just nice. And the last but not least knife is the Ursus knife. Now this is also like it's just a plain old knife. Like there's nothing really going for it. It does look nice with some combos that I've seen. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it over the butt plugs because I think it's cleaner than the butt plugs and all the knives in D tier. So it's gonna be going here. So this is my completed knife tier list. And yeah, this is what it looks like. It's the best, and yeah, simple as that. If you have watched this far, that means you enjoyed the video, so please show some support and like and subscribe, as 96.1% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed, so it'll be much appreciated. And I am giving back to the community bit by bit. Every 10 subs I do a small giveaway. So for this giveaway, I'm giving out a AK Elite build that's going to be on screen right now. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is like, subscribe, and join my Discord, which will be in my description. See you later. Peace.